So are you moving to the Atlanta area and you don't want to live quite in the city, but you want to live close to it, and maybe you want an affordable area to live in? Well, you might want to consider the suburb of Tucker, and that's what I'm going to go over today. We're going to show you around today, show you some of the places to eat, where you can do some shopping, what the homes look like, some parks. So we got a lot to cover today, so let's get after it. Let's talk all about living in Tucker. Cue the music right now. My name is Molly and welcome to my channel. If you are new or returning and you want to know everything there is to know about living in the Atlanta area, then make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Give this video a like, and if you want to be notified when I do post another video about the Atlanta area, make sure you tap that bell. But you guys, I am here to hopefully help you find a place that fits your lifestyle and your budget. So if you're thinking about making a move to the Atlanta area, you need help with your home search, and you're ready to buy that next home, or make sure you're reaching out to me, I'm ready to help you out. But you guys, here I am in Tucker, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm a city girl at heart. That's where I live, but I know that there are some of you that just don't want to live in the city, or maybe it's just too pricey for you. So I'm going to cover some of these suburbs for you that are just outside the city but still a quick commute into the city. And today we're going to be talking about the city of Tucker, which is just at the northeast section, just outside of Atlanta. I'll put up a map right here so you can see where exactly it is at in location to the city of Atlanta. And it's a pretty easy commute for getting around town or getting to other areas of the city. So if you're trying to get to the airport, that is about a 30-minute commute downtown Atlanta, midtown area. That's about 25 to 30 minutes. You know, this is a great spot if you work over at Emory. You can get over to the Emory area in about 16 to 20 minutes, and you don't have to get on I-85 if you don't want to. There's some other roads like Lawrenceville Highway, which takes you kind of through neighborhoods. You could take that as an alternate route. So anyway, let's get after it. So city of Tucker, I'm actually in their little downtown area. It reminds me of a small town feel. I'm a small town girl. I grew up in a small town in Kansas, like 1,200 people total in population. Tucker's a little bit bigger than that. It's about 37,000, but they have this cute little main street here with some restaurants. They're really good. Like one is like Matthews. It's kind of like a staple here. It has kind of your home style cooking, like fried chicken, meatloaf, that kind of thing. It's kind of a staple here. There's a barbecue place. I just walked by. It smelled so good. So let's just go right into it. I'm going to show you the downtown area first, give you a quick tour of that, and we'll keep going from there. Downtown area, right? So a couple little different places to eat, and you know, Tucker does have their own set of activities and festivals throughout the year. So they have Taste of Tucker, they have a Tucker chili cook-off, they even have a Tucker Day celebration, and you'll actually see this as I am walking back to my car. This is built along railroad tracks, so I'm pretty sure they're probably active, but I don't know how often they go by. But yeah, part of the Tucker area is built around this railroad tracks. And so as you can see, these railroad tracks are right through kind of the middle of the Main Street area. Now, all of Tucker is not just like this old school downtown area. They do have some commercial areas that are definitely more of your modern day and age shopping area. So I'm going to show you one of those coming up here next. Before I go too far, I gotta mention a couple neighborhood gyms here in Tucker, and one of them right here is the Tucker Meat Market. It is located right off of Lawrenceville Highway and Brockett Road. Here you can get all sorts of freshly cut meats, and they also do some specialty burgers that you can order with chips and a drink and that kind of thing. And one other one, which is like catty corner from it, is this Sherry's produce stand. So let's go take a look at that next. Cute little produce store, right? I even bought some things myself, got myself some apples and some tomatoes, so I'm set for the week. Okay, so I'm kind of in the major commercial district of the Tucker area, and I'm going to put this up on a map so you can see exactly where I'm at, and it's right around the 285 loop and Lavista Road. And this is where you're going to find kind of all of your big box stores. There is a Target catty corner from me where I'm standing now, and this whole area, this used to not exist probably, I don't know, 7 years ago. There was no Hobby Lobby, a Sprouts Market, so this is really great for the Tucker area. And when you hop the highway on 285, on the other side there's even more little shops, including the North Lake Mall. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm outside this poor North Lake Mall. It has just been dwindling, kind of like a lot of malls in America. And actually there was a Dallas-based developer that has bought this, and 50 acres of this North Lake Mall has been annexed into the city of Tucker. And there's this whole plan to redevelop this mall into like a mixed use space. So there'll be office buildings, some retail, and in fact, Emory has bought, they're going to be moving some healthcare offices here. I think it's going to be employing like 1,600 people or something like that. So if you're one of those people that's going to be working there and you're looking for a place to live that's near here, well, Tucker would be a great choice. Your commute would be amazing, 10 minutes or less. So this could be an option, but yeah, I'll be excited to see what develops here. It'll be a great addition for the Tucker area. So before I get to my first home example, just to tell you a little bit more about living in Tucker. So the median sales price for a single family home is $405,000. So that is one great thing, like I mentioned in my opening about Tucker, is that it's a much more affordable place to live, yet it's very close, a close commute to the city. So single family homes, $405,000. A townhome is $269,000. Now, there's some definitely older townhomes, and the newer ones are going to be more in like the $400K. There might be a couple in the $500K range. There are a few condos, but they're very few, and the average price point for a condo is $185,000. You can see I'm walking in a community right here. This is going to look a lot different than my next home example, because typical Tucker, to me, in my opinion, like I feel like you get this big piece of land with a ranch home. That's kind of what I think of when I think of Tucker, but there's actually a lot of communities that have been built out. These are probably more in the 90s era that they've built out a little bit. They're a little bit newer than your 1960s, 1970s style ranch home. But I'm going to come up on my first home example here that is going to be on the lower price point, and it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. $448,000 was the sale price. It was just over 1,800 square feet. So let me keep walking. I'm almost there so you can get a glimpse of it. And it looks like whoever bought it is doing some renovations, which you'll see why when I describe it to you. But here's the home right behind me here. And this looked like a grandma lived in it. It's actually really well maintained. It has carpet everywhere, including the bathrooms. Ugh. But the kitchen was really nice. It had granite countertops, white cabinetry, just a little dated. It had like the brassy fixtures in the sinks. So yeah, a little elbow grease, and I think you could make this home super nice. And you'll notice that these lot sizes aren't huge. This was like 0.2 acres, but most lot sizes, like if you get into one of the older communities, you're going to get like 0.4 acres, so a little bit more space there. But that is one thing about Tucker, is you kind of get a variety of, you know, big lots, and then some communities where they're kind of squished in a little bit more. A quick note about schools in case you've got kiddos and you're wondering about the schools. So if you look at the ratings online, most of the schools in the Tucker area are kind of, you know, middle of the road. So I would encourage you to do your research, and, you know, if you want to know more about a certain school, reach out to me and maybe I can connect you with somebody that sends their kid there, because my opinion, of course, could differ from what your opinion of what a good school is. But there's several elementary schools, so I'm gonna have to read them off here because I cannot remember them all. So for elementary schools, there's Evansdale, Brockett, Idlewood, Livesey, Midvale, and then those all filter into the Tucker Middle School and the Tucker High School. So there you go, there's the school situation. For my next home example, I'm going to show you what's very, very common in the Tucker area, which are ranch homes and split level homes. You can just see it's ranch after ranch after ranch. You're going to notice that you get really nice wide streets. The streets are usually very quiet, just very peaceful neighborhoods, very large mature trees. You know, most of these homes are either going to have, like this one, you can see has a carport, or some of them will have garages. But that's pretty typical for a ranch style home. And another thing I'll just throw out there is that, you know, I've sold a home or two in the Tucker area, and some of these homes are on septic tanks. So you want to watch out for that when you are looking at homes in this area. You know, if you don't want to have a home on a septic tank, well, then make sure you're paying attention to that listing. Usually it will say it, but make sure your inspector is also double checking to see which one it is on, because some people don't want to mess with septic tanks. I get it. So just know that some homes here do have septic, and that's why you reach out to me, because these are things that I may know that you probably won't realize if you're just looking at homes online. So shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. Love hearing from you, and I'm ready to help you out. Okay, for my home example, it is right behind me. So this nice, beautiful ranch style home. It was built in the 1960s. I think they're coming home 1969. It sold for $527,500. Guys, this one is a fully renovated home. The middle wall of the ranch style of the ranch home was cut out, and so it's an open kitchen living area. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, over 2,800 square feet, and it has a basement area that has a little kitchenette, just super cute, and it has a huge backyard, so 0.5 acres. And all of these homes around here are going to have really good sized lots. You know, there's going to be certain areas in Tucker where you won't get a huge lot, but most of the time in these mature neighborhoods, yes, you will have a good sized lot, plenty of room to let your dog run around, let your kids run around, kick a ball, that kind of thing. So if you're wanting something a little bit newer and you just don't like a ranch home, there are definitely little pockets in Tucker where you get some newer homes. So I'm in a little subdivision. It's pretty much like a dead end enclave right here. And you got a lot of newer homes, and I've got a home example. This one right behind me right here. So this is an example. This was built in 2007. This is one of the more expensive homes in the Tucker area. As an example, $720,000. And this was a 6-bedroom, a 6-bath, and 2 half-baths home, over 5,000 square feet. And it has, you know, a really nice big kitchen that opens up to a living room area, granite countertops. The cabinetry is a little bit of the darker stain. That was just kind of the style back in the 2007 range. It has a cool, awesome, big screened in back deck, and it has a basement with a kitchenette. So tons of space. And this is off of a very busy road. And that is one thing that you'll find in the Tucker area is, you know, there's a lot of these little pockets of communities, and you can't really walk to anything else because then you'd just be on a busy road. And actually this road has no sidewalks on either side. So there you go. There's an example of a more expensive home in the neighborhood. And now I'm just going to take a spin around a couple of different neighborhoods so you get a sample of the types of homes that you're going to find in the Tucker area. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So if you're really just wanting new construction, which sometimes I feel like Tucker, you don't find a ton of new construction, but there is an area, I just happened to be driving by it. It's called the Enclave on Lavista. It's being built by John Whelan, which they always have a good product. And these are 4-bedroom homes, 4.5 baths. They're going to be in the 800s to the upper 800s. So it's definitely on the higher range for the Tucker area, but you know, just beautiful homes, brand new built. And there's going to be like 62 homes. You can see they still have a ways to go. So just want to throw that out there. So if you're looking for something new construction and you have a budget up to the 800K range, this could be an option. Outside, well, Tucker definitely has several parks that you can hang out at. I'm actually in Henderson Park right now. It's a beautiful park. Even on a fall day, you can see like the leaves changing colors, so pretty nice, right? But this park has tennis courts, soccer fields, playground equipment, and there's a bunch of walking trails, so you can get out here, get some exercise. But there's also a couple other parks in Tucker, which are Kelley Cofer Park. I'm not for sure if I'm saying that right, Kelley Cofer or Cofer Park, either way. And there's also a Tucker Nature Preserve, so definitely a lot of opportunities to get out and get some fresh air. So let's go take a little look further at this park in particular. Super pretty park, right? As I'm walking back to my car, a couple things I should point out. You know, if you like to golf, there's a couple of different golf courses around the Tucker area. One of them is a private one and one of them is a public one. So Smoke Rise Country Club, that is a private membership that you could join. They have golf club memberships, social memberships, or a combo of the two. But if you just kind of want a public, you just want a public course that you can go shoot some balls every once in a while, then go to Heritage Golf Links. It's kind of on the north east side of the Tucker area. Now, I forgot to mention grocery stores. You know, I like to know where my grocery stores are. And in Tucker, you're gonna find Kroger's, Publix, there's a Target, there's a Walmart, kind of the northern east section. There's also an Aldi's and the Sprouts. I think I even showed you that earlier. You're not going to find a Whole Foods. You're not going to find a Trader Joe's. You're gonna have to go into town for that, I believe, in town, like in Atlanta. But otherwise, you're pretty much covered. To walk down a random street that I picked, and I think this gives you a good idea of some of the Tucker neighborhoods. So I mean, just look at this nice 4-square home behind me, and you got another one this way. These kind of remind me of, I always call them like Macaulay Culkin homes, like the Home Alone home. You know, it's the 4-square brick home. And you're gonna find, these are all, you know, like 60s, 70s style. Like I mentioned before, there are newer homes. They're in pockets of the Tucker area. Got some really nice, cute homes here, and it is about Halloween time, if you can't tell by some Halloween decorations. So yeah, you get some of these bigger homes right here, and then I'm gonna walk up just a little ways, and then it kind of changes. It goes back to ranch style homes. And one thing with these ranch style homes is that some of them are really well updated, because with ranch homes you can knock down that middle section of the typical ranch home and create a more open layout. And so that's what a lot of people do. So they can look a little bit older on the exterior, but then fully renovated on the interior and can be really cute. Like, that's a really super adorable home right there. But yeah, just a few more steps and then we're gonna run into ranch homeland. And I would say, like, I haven't really found a ton of like jogging, walking trails, but all of these neighborhoods are relatively, you know, not a lot of cars, not a lot of traffic. So you could kind of run in between some of these neighborhoods. You might have to pop out on a few busy streets. So there you go, ranch homes. And I forgot to kind of talk about, you know, median age for Tucker is about 44 years old. The median income is about 75,000. And you're gonna find a lot of families here, but you're also gonna find a lot of older couples, you know, retired couples. And I mean, ranch homes are a great option for those that are, you know, wanting one level floors or one level living. It makes their life a lot easier. So you can definitely expect, you know, the older generations to like this kind of style. Like, here's a really cute ranch home. So I think you get the point, but yeah, so I think you get a mix of people and super nice, friendly atmosphere. It kind of feels like a small town, but you know, for me, like, this would be like considered a big city compared to where I grew up, but compared to like Atlanta, yeah, this is a nice, good size, sweet city. One thing I forgot to mention is that there is a neighborhood area called Smoke Rise. It's on the far eastern side of Tucker. It actually has a Stone Mountain City as its address, but it actually is part of Tucker. Now, I just don't have time to cover that neighborhood, but it is a little bit of a higher end neighborhood and very pretty and very scenic and very woodsy. So I had some time to stop off at Kelley or Cofer Park. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it has some baseball fields. You can see this public pool behind me. And that's one thing I wanted to mention is that, you know, this is kind of like the only public pool in the Tucker area. And there are not like a ton of swim and tennis communities in this city. There's a few, plus like the golf course has that, the Smoke Rise Golf Club has a private pool, but yeah, it's not as big of a swim and tennis community as like a Dunwoody or a Marietta. There you go, there is Kelley Cofer Park. And you know, I've just thought about, you know, if you kind of like this neighborhood, but you want something more modern, because you don't find a lot of modern here in the Tucker area, go just a little north of here. There's a neighborhood, it's technically in the city of Atlanta or Doraville, one of the two. It is called North Crest, and it has mid-century modern homes galore. Go check out my modern home vlog tour, and at the very end of the video I do a short stint on North Crest and I feature some of those homes, which are pretty cool. So all right, you guys, well, I had fun running around Tucker today. You can tell that, you know, you definitely have to have a car to live here. You're doing a lot of driving around, but it is a great option that's at an affordable price compared to living in the city of Atlanta. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of Tucker. If you have questions or you're thinking about moving And whether that's tomorrow or next year, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email if you've got questions or you want some help further with your home search. Hit me up. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm making these videos. I hope these are helpful for you. I wish the sun would have came out a little bit more. I really thought it was going to, but oh well, the show must go on. So until next time, you guys, I'll see you around the neighborhood.